Good morning. It's an honor to stand today on the unceded traditional territories of the Tsleil-Waututh First Nation, whose leadership has inspired us all. Deeply grateful to the Tsleil-Waututh, the Musqueam and the Squamish Nations, and recognizing that their court case is still before the Federal Court of Appeal. We've not heard judgments yet on the case put forward by First Nations, by the cities of Burnaby and Vancouver, and on behalf of the environmental groups protecting the southern resident killer whale populations. The permits that allowed this project to get this far stand before the courts and are fragile. The fact that they're treated as though the pipeline must be built, the pipeline will be built from all political leadership within the Liberal Party federally is deeply distressing to me as a member of Parliament, because I participated as an intervener in the Kinder Morgan process. I know that as an intervener, participating in what was supposed to be public hearings, I was not allowed in the room until final argument, and even then under guard and got to speak to an empty room. Not allowed to cross-examine Kinder Morgan's so-called expert witnesses, not allowed to ask how their one study that they claim showed that bitumen and diluent could be cleaned up was done over a 10-day period in a tank in Alberta involving fresh water to which they added salt. The evidence before the National Energy Board panel was in some cases absolutely laughable. But I thought we'd be okay because Justin Trudeau said in BC in the election campaign that he understood the process by which Kinder Morgan was being assessed was broken, that no project could be approved on the basis of that process. And I watched in shock and horror as it was. So I'm not going to continue to speak. I just want to say why I'm here. I'm a grandmother. And anyone who's looking at what's happening in the climate crisis on this planet who doesn't recognize that it's an emergency is sleepwalking towards a precipice. We need to wake up, take responsibility as parents and as grandparents, because I will not slip off this mortal coil thinking there's something more I should have done, and maybe I should have gone up Burnaby Mountain on March 23rd. I will not step aside. I will not take any more shortcuts to telling the truth about what is going on this planet. And so I'm grateful to see some constituents here. I'm doing this on the behalf of Saanich Gulf Islands, and I hope the constituents who don't agree with me will at least forgive me. And now pass it to Kennedy.
Thank you for coming here today. In 2014, Justin Trudeau famously said that governments grant permits, but only communities can grant permission. And I'm here to stand with my constituents today to say we do not grant permission for this pipeline. We should repeat that. We're here to tell Justin Trudeau today that we do not grant permission for this pipeline.
No permission!
In 2015, Justin Trudeau also said that he would send Kinder Morgan back to the drawing board to put it through a new review process to make sure that it was a fair and just process. That did not happen. Justin Trudeau betrayed us. He approved the pipeline in 2016, and worse than that, his natural resources minister has threatened to use the army, the defense forces, to push this pipeline through our province, and that is deeply, deeply unacceptable.
No way.
The First Nations, and I'm here, proud to stand with Will George here today. I've been working with the Tsleil-Waututh since 2011, with the Squamish and other Coast Salish peoples. They do not give consent. I know this because I stand with them. I've stood with them here in 2014. I will continue to stand with the Tsleil-Waututh and recognize they're on unceded territory, and the only way we can move forward is together. Yeah. My community of Burnaby also rejects this pipeline. Mayor Derek Corrigan has fought this pipeline tooth and nail in court and continues to do so. And now we finally have a provincial coalition, a cooperative arrangement between the Green Party and the NDP. Premier John Horgan has said he'll use every tool available to stop this pipeline. So I'm here today to amplify the voice of my constituents who have been shut out of the process, that have been threatened, And I would thank you very much to all the people here that are standing with us. Thank you.
Thank you.